Yeah, it goes, everybody, because we'll continue on my game called Return to Shironagasu Island. Where were we? Here, there you go. Interrogation. But what happened before and after the incident? After you went through the corridor, did you immediately go to the dining hall? Yeah, I immediately went to the dining hall. I was there the entire time after that without leaving my seat. I glanced at Nanako. She hesitantly nods to me. It appears that Giselle's testimony is true. Thank you. Everything is clear. Could you tell me what happened when you discovered Thomas's body? When we left the hall, we walked through the corridor and arrived at the bridge. I remember that at that point, both doors, the one on the side of the mansion and the one at the guest room wing, were closed. So when you opened the door on the side of the guest room building, who discovered Thomas first? It was the young lady who felt that something was amiss and discovered Mr. Harrington. I was concentrating on turning the iron door wheel, so I saw him a moment later. Could you tell me how Akira reacted at that time? The young lady initially believed that there was a fire due to the stench and the black smoke coming out of the corridor. Shortly after, she discovered Mr. Harrington lying in the aisle, and she appeared to be very shaken. When I noticed there was something unusual in the corridor, I immediately understood the situation and kept the young lady away from the door. The young lady's face became pale, and I was afraid that she could faint at any moment. I remember Akira being very upset at that time. Even a strong-willed girl wouldn't be able to bear such a sight. Weren't you upset seeing the murder scene? I was focused on protecting the young lady, so I did not really pay attention to it. I am required to remain calm under any circumstances to assist the young lady, so I try to control my emotions as much as possible. I see, thank you, that was very helpful. It is different from Akira's recollection of events, but Giselle also has a very cool-headed character. Giselle appears to be able to remain cool in all circumstances. I can't say she is an iron lady. In any case, I'm beginning to understand the situation a little bit better. About Shironagasu Island. I'd like to ask you about Shironagasu Island. Any trivial rumor you may have heard is fine, so please tell me if you know anything. Unfortunately, I do not know a lot about Shironagasu Island. I only know that it is an island with first-class facilities that can only be visited by certain people. Now, wait a minute. Kira appears to know some things, which means you should have heard some dark stories about the island from her as well, am I right? Giselle remains silent. She obviously knows some things, but she's not talking. For full disclosure, I have heard some stories about the island from the young lady. However, that's all I can say about them. I am duty-bound to keep what I hear confidential. This is an important investigation into a murder case, isn't it? But you still won't tell me? If you want to hear about them, you should ask the young lady herself. However, I cannot guarantee that she will talk to you. Giselle is a hard nut to crack. I don't think we could convince her to tell us about the island's secrets. I think I've heard enough about the murder. I would like to know about her background. This is only for reference. You're in the service of the Edgeworth family. Am I correct? Yes, that is correct. To be precise, I am a personal attendant of Miss Akira Edgeworth. Tell me how you entered into the service of the Edgeworth family. Apparently, due to the young lady's proper temper, her previous attendance did not last very long. I was originally an employee in the Edgeworth mansion, but fortunately the young lady took a liking to me and requested me to be her personal attendant. I see. It certainly must be difficult to be able to withstand Akira's temper for very long. It is unusual to see her get on so well with her, but if I consider Giselle's indifferent attitude, the two of them might have compatible personalities. One more question. My apologies if I am prying too much, but your skin color is quite exotic. What is your ancestry? No need to apologize. I'm from England, but my grandmother was from India, so I am a quarter Indian. That's why my skin is slightly dark. I see. India. I learned that India was colonized by the United Kingdom and is also part of the Commonwealth. Alright, I think I've asked what I wanted to hear. There's one thing I'd like to try, though. Thank you very much, you've been a great help. That's all I wanted to ask. You can leave now. I wind up the conversation and tell Giselle to leave, and out of the blue I say, Oh, I almost forgot. You know, somebody told me that they saw you release the locking mechanisms of the iron doors. What? That I released the door mechanisms? They must be mistaken. I even didn't touch the doors. Tried to make up a false testimony to see if she would become flustered, but judging from her reaction, Giselle's testimony certainly appears to be credible. Oh, don't worry about it. The person who told me that wasn't quite sure about it. They probably misremembered it. Thank you for your cooperation. That took less time than I expected. Giselle, what did you talk about in there? Tell me. That girl, she was trying to eavesdrop on us after all. I guess I made the right decision to use the soundproof communication room. Akira, I want to hear your own versions of events. No talking to Giselle before that. Come on in. I want to get started right away. Why you? I have decided that I do not like you after all. Young lady, I will be waiting outside. Please let me know if there's anything you need my help with. Yes, I'll be sure to scream loudly when he's about to assault me. Don't flatter yourself, young lady. Hurry up and come inside. If you don't mind, I'd like to sit down. Is that all right? Oh, of course. This chair is wobbly. Whatever, you may begin. About what happened before and after the murder. I'd like to talk about what you did before and after Thomas's murder. You heard most of it from Giselle, didn't you? It's exactly what she said. That is all. Are we done here? It doesn't work like that. You have to give proper testimony. You left the guest room building together. Apparently, she left you for a short period of time. I want you to tell me about what happened during that time. Bossy, aren't you? Fine. We met in front of my room and went to the dining hall together. Just before we entered the place, Giselle said she had left something behind. So I went inside by myself. That's all. The iron doors, were they both closed? No, they were open as usual. I remember that the wind was blowing into the corridor and it was so cold. I think they were somehow locked into place. I see, so they were open. Do you remember what Giselle had forgotten? If I recall correctly, she said she had forgotten her notebook. She told me there might be an important announcement from Sir Raymond, so she wanted to take notes. Did you notice anything else unusual on the bridge or in the corridor? No matter how small. Nothing in particular. Come to think of it, the bridge was quite wet because of the rain. I almost slipped. I wish someone would do something about the drainage. Yeah, it was so wet that my trousers got soaked. The wind is so strong and it's cold. The place is dreadful. Wonder how much worse it gets in winter. Winter, huh? Yeah, it'll probably be even worse. Could you tell me about the moment you found Thomas? Are you really going to make me remember that horrible moment? You were the first to leave, so we raised the iron door and crossed the bridge. At that time, we didn't feel as if anything was off. But when Giselle opened the door to the guest room building, the corridor was filled with black smoke and a foul stench came out of it. At first, I thought it was a fire, but when I looked closely, I saw that there was a dead body. It was dreadful. I don't want to see something like that ever again. Neneko was making vomiting sounds behind my back. It's probably not easy for someone with a photographic memory like her. It's as if she actually sees the corpse again. I was standing there, stunned. Giselle then pulled me away from the door. The new guy showed up. I guess it happened like that? There's nothing strange about it, right? It indeed meshes with Giselle's testimony. There don't appear to be any discrepancies. Yeah, did you leave your seat during lunch? No, I never left my seat. When Akira says that, Neneko pokes me in the back. She's lying. Akira left her seat 18 minutes after the meal started. Did she now? So you're saying that she's trying to hide something? Hey, what are you two whispering about? He says that you left your seat for a short time. You left the dining hall once, didn't you? No, I did not leave the hall. Akira's definitely lying. When she came back, a handkerchief was sticking out from her vest pocket, so she probably went to the bathroom. Also, she was gone for 7 minutes, which means that she probably did a number 2. That's a little bit too much information, Neneko, but thanks anyway. Listen, Akira, if you don't tell me the whole truth, I'll only begin to question anything else you say. Tell me the truth. You left the dining hall, didn't you? More specifically, you went to the bathroom. Do you really believe what she said? I told you I did not leave the dining hall. She remembers it wrong. Unfortunately, that's impossible. Hey, going to the bathroom is nothing to be ashamed about. Doesn't matter if it's for number 1 or number 2. I think I just stepped onto a slippery slope. Sure enough, Akira's face turns red and she scowls. Actually, she's glaring at Neneko. Neneko, are you trying to humiliate me by making things up? Why are you messing with me? You always hide your face underneath the crazy long hair. Why don't you just show your face? Are you that insecure? Do you want to tell me something? Look me into my eyes and tell me what you want to say. Neneko trembles and hides behind me as usual. You're hiding again. What are you going to do if there's no one you can hide behind? I apologize. Please don't be angry. Neneko didn't mean anything bad either, I think. Well, I don't want there to be any doubts, so I'll tell the truth. I did leave the hall once. I went to fix my makeup. You don't even wear makeup. Just admit that you went there to have a crap. I nudge persistent Neneko? You mean I nudge Neneko persistently, there you go, with my elbow in her stomach as she tries to mutter something. Ow! Neneko whimpers and I face Akira. Right, it certainly is important to fix your makeup. So did you notice anything strange in the hallway? Nothing out of the ordinary, I believe. I didn't see anyone outside. She hasn't given me anything to go on. And while she appears not to be good at telling lies, her testimony is consistent with Zell's. Do you want to discuss anything else that happened at that time? No, it's fine. Your testimony was helpful. Thank you. About Shironagasu Island. Can you tell me about Shironagasu Island? About Shironagasu Island? I don't know anything particularly unusual about it. You're lying. You gave me some advice on the ship. That I shouldn't go snooping around too much if I valued my life. Akira, you know something about this island, don't you? You must have misinterpreted what I said. And even if I do know something, do you really think I would tell someone like you? One person has been killed and the killer's still out there. There may be other victims. Are you alright with that? Everyone who came to this island is scum, so I don't care if they die. In fact, it would make me happy. You can be happy if everyone else is murdered, but what if you or Giselle are killed? You should be on your guard as well. If an outsider learned the secret of this island, things would not end well for them, even more so for a detective. They would kill you. Not only you, but also that young lady hiding behind your back. You've already come too far to turn back now. And not pursuing the killer would go against my nature. I can't just run away. How foolish. Still, I'm not saying a word. Good grief, she's so stubborn. Wonder if I can find her Achilles heel and make her talk. The sheriff is proud to think that you told me everything about the island during this interrogation. Doesn't matter if you speak or remain silent, you're still in danger. No, staying silent is even more dangerous because then the killer will still be out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's too nasty thing to talk about. It's too much of a nasty thing to talk about, there you go, and I won't allow them to escape my lips. You're out of luck, detective. I won't talk no matter how endangered you make me feel. I thought Akira would be easy to talk to, but she's proving to be quite a challenge. What should I do? Then let's change the subject. Do you think that someone from the mansion killed Thomas, or was it someone else? It was someone from the mansion. I am certain that they wanted to silence him. Sir Raymond mentioned a traitor in his message. Perhaps he was the traitor. I'd like to know more about this betrayal. I know that you will refuse to tell me anything, though. I'll stop asking about the island, for now. Could you tell me about your background and how you ended up here? Would that be alright? I guess I can tell you about that. Kira snorts and starts to talk. My name is Akira Edgeworth. I'm the eldest daughter of the Edgeworth family, a Scottish noble family. The members of the Edgeworth family have been aristocrats for generations. Because we have done whatever is necessary to survive, we have made many enemies. You can say our family is much reviled. You once told me that you were coming to this island instead of your father, right? Could you tell me about him? About that man? It pains me to talk about him. But fine, it doesn't matter anyway. My father, George Edgeworth, is the worst of the worst. He clung to power, turned everyone into his enemies, and was always alone. He is terminally ill, and that serves him right. The invitation was sent to my father, but I intercepted it and came to this island instead. You appear to hate your father a lot, don't you? Don't be so spiteful towards him. He's still your father, you know. You know nothing. Don't talk to me like you do. I shiver when I think about the two of us being related. That's how much I despise him. Good grief, well, there has to be a reason she hates her father that much. So, why did you want to come to this island? A solitary island in the ocean? There must be a reason why you wanted to come to a place like this. From what I understand, your father didn't ask you to be his representative. Why did you come to this island? Well, I wanted to verify something. Akira stops talking. It appears that the reason she came here is related to the secret of this island. Akira, I promise I won't tell anyone about this. It sounds as if it would help with the investigation. But, no, even then As Akira is stammering, I hear the door open. I assume that Giselle opened the door, but something is wrong. Because the door remains open for a moment and then it closes again quickly. I can hear the sound of a lock snapping into place. What? Someone trapped us in here? What is that? A snake? What the hell? Be quiet, don't make any noise. Slowly climb onto the desk. Someone opened the door and tossed it into the room. But shouldn't Giselle be outside? Did someone else throw a snake into the room? Anyway, I need to focus on dealing with this snake. I don't know if it's poisonous or not. I'm not an expert on snakes. I should ask Neneko. Hey Neneko, is this snake venomous or is it harmless? What do you think? Neneko seems to have lost it. She's doing her best to climb onto the desk. I don't think she'll be able to answer me right now. At any rate, this snake is huge. It also looks angered, probably because it was thrown in here. It's ready to attack us at any time. I hate snakes. I hate all reptiles. I just can't. Kira speaks timidly as she crouches on the wobbly chair. Hey, be quiet. Keep your voice down. You'll provoke the snake otherwise. It doesn't matter if she's afraid of snakes or not. We need to know if this one is venomous or not. I could try to squash it by jumping on it, but that would mean taking quite a risk. From where I am, I can reach the door. Darn, the door is locked. It appears that whoever threw the snake in here locked the door as well. This lock is the same kind of lock as the one in my room. It doesn't open from the inside without a key. Looks like we won't be able to get out of here for now. Well, did any of the guests bring the snake? Considering that such a creature can't survive in the wild on this island, this has to be a warning from the mansion staff or an attempt to obstruct my interrogations. It's coming my way. Can't keep my balance on this wobbly chair. Let's see. Let me just take a sip of my water. Jump onto the desk, Kira. Climb onto the desk slowly and carefully. Jump onto the desk, Kira. Jump onto the desk, Kira. Alright. Here goes nothing. Wow. Ouch. Kira jumps, losing her footing, and crashes into the wall. Still, she was somehow able to clamber onto the desk. Ouch. Why did you tell me to do such a strange thing, you scumbag? Hey, don't blame me. We all managed to get onto the desk, but I think the snake will be able to get up here as well. I have to think of something quickly. Kira crawls over the communication equipment towards Neneko. They're hugging each other, probably out of fear. Neneko seems to have finally regained her sanity. Hey Neneko, do you know what kind of snake this is? It's a snake. Nope, she's still out of it. Yeah, I know that it's a snake, Neneko. I just want to know if it's poisonous or not. Yeah, its scientific name is Dendroaspis pliespis. It was named in 1864 by the zoologist Albert Gunther. Its primary habitat is the southern eastern part of Africa. Neneko, are you out of your mind? I don't need to hear this kind of useless knowledge. I'm asking you if this snake is venomous or not. I'm scared I'm gonna faint. Don't yell at me like that. Neneko, I need you to take a deep breath and calm down. We're running out of time. Is it venomous or not? This is a black mamba. It has a deadly poison that can shut down the nervous system. It's the most venomous snake in the world. Untreated, its bite has a fatality rate of 100%. See? Now that's useful information. A black mamba, huh? Actually, I've been bitten by a snake that looked like this one before in Africa. But the one that bit me had blue skin. Black mambas can be either brown or bluish. This one is the brown kind. But wait, have you been bitten by one before? Yeah, luckily I was treated back then. However, being stuck in a closed room on an isolated island with such a deadly snake, this is a pretty snaky situation. Enough of your stupid dad jokes. Don't you see how serious this is? Or what are we going to do? How can we get help? Does this thing have any weaknesses? An antidote would be nice to have. If only we had one. I don't know about its weakness, but black mambas are very fast and good at climbing. See, I told you, it's climbing up right now. Eek. Oh, no you don't. Take off my suit coat and use it to push the snake down. I managed to make the snake fall onto the floor, but it looks like I also made it angrier. It looks like it's ready to fight. It appears to be deciding who to attack first. Young lady, I heard you scream. Did something happen? Giselle, where have you been? We're in deep trouble here. My apologies, I left my post for a moment because Vincent called me. Is there a problem in there? Yeah, big problem. Someone threw a venomous snake onto the room. We're trying to get out of here, but the door's locked. The snake is right next to the door, so we can't try to break it open. Giselle, can you somehow open this door? It's locked? I will ask Vincent. You'd better watch your back around him. The mansion staff may have thrown the snake in here. Vincent may have lured you away from there. I understand. In that case, I will look for an axe or something like that to break the door down. Giselle, you're our only hope. We can't wait very long. What's with the crying voice? We'll be fine, as long as we don't do anything stupid. Hopefully. Whoa. It looks like the snake has its sights set on girls. It is relentlessly trying to climb onto the desk. I managed to knock it back down each time, but if my timing would be off just a little, the snake might be able to reach them. Darn, I feel bad for the snake, but I have to find a way to kill it. You'll feel bad for the snake? Why do you feel bad? You shouldn't feel bad. If you don't kill it, we're all going to die, you stupid idiot. Alright, I get it. I need something to kill the snake with. Something like a sharp knife or even a long stick would work. I don't see anything like that, but can't you use that chair over there? It's too far away from me, and using a chair to hit a snake sounds pretty risky. I have an idea. Nanako, could you check the drawers of the desk you're on? Perhaps there's something sharp like a knife in them. You're asking me to look inside the drawers while I'm in this perilous situation? I'll definitely lose my balance and fall down. Jeez, I'll do it then. Kira lowers herself, reaches down with her hand, and searches the drawers. Whoops. The snake strikes, and Akira quickly pulls her hand back. Here you go, I risked my life to get this for you. Now do something with it. A utility knife, eh? Is it a utility knife? No, it doesn't. Okay. Just barely more effective than using my fist. Still, better than nothing, I guess. I'll try to put it to good use. Fortunately, it looks sharp enough. I'm afraid that the blade will break, but if I handle it well, I may be able to slice through the snake with it. I hold the utility knife in a way so that it won't break easily. I'll have to time this carefully. I'll taunt the snake with my suit coat. The moment it bites the suit coat, I'll attack it with the knife. Ikeda, don't wait too long. I can't feel my legs anymore. I'm about to fall. Hey, Nanako. Don't shake like that. The desk might topple over. Whoa. Eek. Nanako and Akira are shaking so much that they're about to lose their balance. The snake sees what's happening and quickly moves towards Akira. It opens its mouth, bends its body, and leaps into the air. Rah! I swing the utility knife against the snake in midair. There you go. The knife slashes through the snake, its blood splattering all over the room. You did it. You cut it in half. Jeez, for a second, I thought this was the end. It appears that you somehow managed to kill it, though. Phew. Wait, don't get off the desk yet. Huh? As Akira gets off the desk, the snake lunges at her, even though I cut it in half. I try to grab it, but I'm too late. Uh-oh. The snake's fangs sink into Akira's ankle. Did it bite me? It bit me! No! I grab the snake's head that is still clinging to Akira's ankle and pull it off her. I throw it into a corner and it slowly stops moving. I've been bitten! I've been bitten! I've been bitten! How could I have known that it could still move? Akira, calm down. Try not to move. Sit on this chair. Hold still. Keep your foot lower than your heart. If I'm bitten, I'll die, won't I? What's even the point? It's no use. I'm going to die. Akira screams and drops down onto the floor. Hey, I told you not to lie down. I'm going to die anyway. I'll do what I want. Don't be stupid and just give up like that. I'll find a way to save you. If there's such a venomous snake in the mansion, there has to be an antidote somewhere. And where do you think it is? Even if there is an antidote, you'll never find it. Akira releases her gaze and begins to mutter to herself. I move Akira into an upright position. Nanako, is there anything else we could do when a venomous snake bites someone? Well, removing anything tight. Rings, watches, shoes, because they will become difficult to remove when the bite swells. You're right, I totally forgot about that. I take off Akira's shoe and tear her stockings that cover the bite mark. That's definitely a snake bite on her ankle. Darn, what a mess. I found an axe, standing clear of the door. I'm going to break it open. We hear Giselle's voice coming from outside. As soon as Giselle breaks the door open, she and Riel rushed into the room. Young lady, what happened to you? Perfect timing, Giselle. Can you think of something appropriate to engrave on my tombstone? Something like, here lies Akira Edgeworth, killed by a dead snake. Akira still manages to joke around. Giselle appears to have understood the gravity of the situation and gives me a quick glance. Giselle, I'm grasping at straws here, but could you find someone from the mansion and ask them if they know of an antidote? This might be dangerous, but could you do it? I will. This happened because I abandoned my position at the door. I will look for someone and find the antidote. I'm sure you'll be fine, young lady. Giselle quickly leaves the room. Giselle just told me, did Akira really get bitten by a venomous snake? I'm glad you're here, Riel. Can I ask you to help me now as well? I tell her what has happened. What a dangerous situation. We have to get an antidote. A black mamba venom can seriously affect the nervous system. The toxins of a black mamba are mainly dendrotoxin and fasciculin. I don't know how to pronounce. Dendrotoxin inhibits the potassium channels of neurons, while fasciculin inhibits I don't want to bother reading that. Eliciting muscle fasciculations. What she says. Nanako, you know a lot about this, don't you? Even more than I do. Real, how much time do you think we have? It depends on the amount of venom injected by the black mamba, but it's usually around 20 minutes. Several minutes have already passed since she was bitten. If we take the time needed for preparation and the injection of the antidote into account, we may have 10 minutes at most. 10 minutes? We're looking for an antidote we don't even know really exists. To be honest, it sounds impossible. Excuse me, but I can hear. I'm just dying here, but I'm not deaf. Could you please keep it down? I really don't need to hear that it's impossible. Oops, sorry about that. You misunderstood. We were just talking about something else. Oh, look, it's going down. Don't worry, Akira. We'll find the antidote soon enough. Easy peasy. It's hopeless. I'm going to die. Akira seems desperate, but no wonder. Anyway, there's no time to slack out. I have to find that antidote, or maybe for a different treatment. We may have to. Real, Nanako, is there any other way to treat the bite of a black mamba? Because she's really been bitten by it, using an antidote would be the best way to treat her. I wish I brought my snake bite kit with me. Never expected there would be venomous snakes on this isolated island, though. It's not very effective, but you could suck out her blood. From a doctor's point of view, I can't really recommend that method. Whoever sucks the blood out may also be poisoned. If you use tannic acid, which has the function of coagulated protein, you could neutralize the venom. Tannic acid, huh? But what contains a lot of tannic acid? Wine? Wine! Yeah, it was because of my wine. Yeah, we should be able to get some wine quickly. There's a wine cellar nearby. We should be able to get a lot of wine there. Yeah, could you bring me a wine with lots of tannins in it? And I should know a thing or two about wine. Alright, I guess we're going to get some wine. Just hold on, Akira. Things appear to be turning around. Is that why I feel like I'm spinning in circles? Don't worry, I'm going to save your life. This may be hard to believe, but luck is always on my side. You can trust me. Wait, didn't a guy burn to death earlier? Your luck stinks. While good luck for one is bad luck for the other. I think I just felt my odds of survival drop down to a single digits. We're back. Here's the wine. That was quick. This wine is, first look for wines made with Cabernet Sauvignon, which contains a lot of tannic acid. I didn't see any, so I got this Romani Conti instead. This wine has matured for a long time, so it is to contain a lot of tannic acid. The single bottle of wine costs more than $10,000. But screw it. Now is not the time to be fussy about prices. Oops. I forgot to bring a wine opener. No problemo. Check this out, Nanako. This is how you open a bottle, Seniketa style. Whoa. You just did that to a super valuable bottle of Romani Conti. Now that it's open, I take some wine into my mouth, even though there's shards that could kill me with that, but okay. I immediately suck some blood out of Akira's ankle, merge my mouth with the wine, and spit it out. Ugh. Are you okay? I think I was able to suck some of the venom out. Ugh. I hate to say this, but thank you. That's surprisingly honest hearing Akira say that. She might actually be a good kid after all. There's still some wine left, so I'll pour it into the bite. Ouch. We still need to find an antidote. Right, the antidote. We have to find it as quickly as possible. Where would it likely be? Not an easy question to answer. Dining hall, Sir Raymond living quarters. Way to go to Sir Raymond's living quarters. There might be an antidote there. I'll get things ready so that the antidote can be injected as soon as you find it. Thanks, Real. I'll leave that to you then. Darn. What? What's wrong? The elevator doesn't come down when I press the button. Someone from the mansion probably did this as well. Seems like it. However, there must be a staircase somewhere that we can use to get to Sir Raymond's living quarters. Since the elevator isn't working, the stairs are probably blocked as well. Right. Why are they trying so hard to prevent us from reaching Sir Raymond's living quarters? Does that mean there's an antidote there? I don't know. If I wanted to make sure something wasn't found, I'd hide it somewhere unusual. Or have someone carry it around with them. Throwing the snake into the communication room was quite dangerous. Whoever did that might have an antidote on them. The million-dollar question is, who threw the snake in there? Darn, let's go back to the communication room and think about some more. Did you find the antidote? You didn't find it. This is hopeless. Darn, what should I do? Go to the dining hall? Let's head to the dining hall. Perhaps Jacob is still there. He knows about this mansion. We might get something from him. Yeah, he does seem to know a lot about this mansion. I knew you'd be here. What is it? You look distressed. Did something happen? Actually, Akira was bitten by a venomous snake, so she won't make it unless we find an antidote. Jacob, would you happen to know where they might keep one? A venomous snake? Don't be silly. Why would there be a snake on this island? Don't tell me you're drunk as well. A strong smell of alcohol wafts into my nostrils. Looks like he's drunk again. Hopefully I can get some information out of him. Unfortunately, it's true. It appears that someone from the mansion threw a venomous snake into the room to threaten us. Someone from the mansion? That must be because you're sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. They must be afraid that the mansion's secrets will be exposed. This is why I told you not to snoop around so much. You can lecture me later. Anyway, about the snake. It's a black mamba. Would you happen to know anything about it? Hey, do I look like I know anything about snakes? No, wait, come to think of it, Sir Raymond and I once spoke about snakes. The name sounds familiar, but... Are you sure? Do you know where I could find an antidote? An antidote? I can't think straight at all. I may remember something if I drink a bit more. If you drink a bit more? Hey, now is not a good time for jokes. Scientifically, he is correct. When you drink alcohol, you have a higher chance of remembering something. When wine sinks, words afloat. I think he just wants to mess with us. Do you really think we should give him some wine to get information from him? Well, you can come back if you want to talk to me. Maybe I'll have a moment of clarity. And don't forget to bring some good wine the next time you come. I'll think about it. Did you get the antidote? Huh? Why do you smell of alcohol? Have you been drinking? Don't be silly, you're mistaken. This is unacceptable. Good grief, did Jacob's smell of alcohol rub off on me? What am I supposed to do now? Stay here? There's no point in running around aimlessly. We need to come up with a proper plan before I go anywhere. It's good to have a plan, but I can't think of any place where an antidote could be. Let's just think logically. If I were to keep a venomous snake on this island, I would most likely have an antidote somewhere close to where I could kept it. That makes sense. If the snake was kept as a pet, That would most likely be an antidote inside Sir Raymond's living quarters. There's a good chance that we can find an antidote in Sir Raymond's living quarters. But how can we get in there? But if we don't hurry up and do something, Akira will die. Let's see if this leads to anything. You're right, we have to act quickly. Let's try to get Sir Raymond's living quarters again. We'll use the stairs this time. Wonder if the stairs are accessible. What are you doing? You keep scurrying about. Don't tell me you're planning something strange again. Hey, when was I ever up to no good? I'm not doing anything bad, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Kira has been bitten by a poisonous snake. She won't make it in time if we don't find an antidote quickly. What? A poisonous snake? Are you kidding me? On this cold, isolated island? I wish I was kidding, but unfortunately I'm not. Would you happen to know where we can find an antidote? An antidote? No, I have no idea, but... Wait a minute, are you really telling me the truth? If you think I'm lying, just go to the communication room to see for yourself. Everyone is running around right now. But if you go, try not to upset Akira. No, I believe you. But where could the antidote be? To be honest, I'm not sure either. I was thinking about going to Sir Raymond's living quarters because I thought they were suspicious. However, the elevator appears to be out of order. The elevator? Come to think of it, the emergency exit was also locked, which I thought was strange. Anyway, I'll go and look for an antidote as well. After he says that, Alex runs away. I'm not expecting much from him, but any help is better than nothing. But wait. Why did Alex know that the emergency exit was locked? Did he try to sneak through the emergency exit? If that's the case, then Alex is a bit shady as well. That guy's definitely up to something. But we have bigger fish to fry right now. We have to find the antidote quickly. But it doesn't appear to be possible to sneak into Sir Raymond's living quarters. What should we do? Should we go back to the communication room for now? Yeah, there might be some new information. I'm also worried about Akira's condition. I didn't expect much from you anyway. Hang in there, we'll find an antidote in no time. You keep talking about an antidote. There might not even be one. I really don't want to think about the possibility. Stay here? It's better to stay here and doing nothing. Or do you have any ideas? I feel as if we're overlooking something. What if there's a way to treat her snake bite without using an antidote? I think using an antidote is the only way to neutralize the venom. No, I could swear there's another way. Damn, never mind. Anyway, you better act quickly. If it's not too much of a bother, could you make it snappy? It's not like I expected much from you anyway. What did you say, Mother? I have to go into the light? Hey, don't give up yet. We won't let you die here. Dining hall? Guess we have no choice but to talk to Jacob again. Should go get some wine and take it with you. Right. Can't believe I'm doing this. What do you need wine for? Are you going to have a party? No, it's not like that. But this we can. Never mind. Actually, I wouldn't mind a sip myself. Bring me some wine. Hey, you should take care of yourself. Drinking is bad for your body. It doesn't matter if it's bad for my body or not, since I'm going to die anyway, apparently. Remember an anecdote from Japan. Mitsunari Ishida was offered a dried permimisa before his execution in Eek. Grabbing it because she started to mutter to herself again. Leave the communication room. What kind of wine are you going to get? I'm pretty sure he has his own likes and dislikes. He's already drunk as a skunk anyway. I'll just pick whichever bottle I see first. Randomly pick a bottle of wine. Quickly leave the wine cellar. I've been waiting for you. You brought me some wine, didn't you? I did, but I just picked one randomly. I hope this one is alright. Jacob blesses the wine and brought him in the snorts. Yeah, whatever. As for the antidote, I tried to recall the conversation. I did hear that Sir Raymond owned a venomous snake. A snake that could kill a human being with a single bite. Yeah, I knew that already. As I told you, Akira was bitten by it. He's now slowly dying. Just want to know where I can find an antidote. Akira, I think you should forget about trying to save Akira. If someone from the mansion really did this, then they're already disposed of the antidote. They would also immediately kill you the moment you asked for them for it. What do you think they would say? Yes, sir, the antidote is right here. Of course, I know that, but I still have to look for it. Her life is at stake. It sounds like you know her that well. Strangers to you, etc., etc. We're running out of time. Don't be angry at me. It's your fault. She's not dead yet. There's still hope. I'll be here if you need me. Feel free. Say something. Go to cry. Don't lose hope. And her be dead. Well, you're right. What the fuck do we do? It certainly seems the most plausible place. Looks like it's not possible. I was going to make a joke. What am I supposed to do? I'm not even sure. Go back to Jacob, to that nasty guy. Waste of time. What, you really came back? You just want the cure to die, don't you? Very persistent. I don't know. She was bitten. Don't be silly. What if you overlook something? Could it be? What is it? What? Do something, please. Something that we overlooked. I'm not even sure. But this might only be cured by an antidote. It's probably read venom. However, we don't know. But don't hurry up. I have no fucking idea. Becoming numb. Are you fucking kidding me? She fucking. This is so many dialogues. All the time. Oh no. Cure is swarming from her mouth and dies shortly after that. She isn't breathing. There's no pulse. It's not possible to resuscitate her anymore. Sure, she could have been saved if I tried harder. How could this happen? I'm sure I must have done something wrong. I'm sure there was a way. Fucking. This is frustrating me. Huh? What was that just now? Why am I so dizzy? Was I hallucinating? Why are you standing there? Help! I'm dying. What? Are you alright? What's going on? I'm so fucking pissed off. Like, what am I supposed to choose? Each and every fucking choice wasted my fucking time. Well, that's the point. Fuck you. Spain is situation real. Yep. Wine. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. He shows up, yep. Get the wine. What if you overlook something or done? Appears that there has to be something that I overlooked. No point. I thought you were right. I thought you could. Or you come to tell me what cures that. Not like I have a choice. Do you know Mr. Raymond kept his snake? Was it in his living quarters? Who knows? I've already forgotten about that. I don't think I'd keep such a dangerous creature in my room. I keep it somewhere else, in a secure location. That's right, it might have been kept somewhere else. Where would he keep a venomous snake? You can't drink with me. You might calm down a bit after I come up with the idea. Come to I heard the scientist using brandy. I'd rather not. Where was the kept his son in his quarters? Ugh. Please save me. Don't care what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it. I only care about the result. If what I'm thinking is correct, there's not much time left. Yeah. Guess I should go. Is it still the same? Is it still not working? Search here and there. Didn't find anything. Is there really antidote in the first place? There has to be. By the way, have you seen any people in the mansion? No. The university has seen staff around. This is my guess, but it's possible that someone from the mansion is responsible for this. I didn't believe it. They didn't want to give a cure testimony. That may can't ask for the mansion. No choice to divide it. Who knows about treatment with an antidote is the only option. Terrible if only one of us had the antidote on us, but it's very unlikely, right? One of us? What's the matter? No. Hang on, what if I'm overlooking something important? What if one of us does have an antidote on them? I'll do what I can. I don't like sticking around. Okay. What's the matter? The antidote. Perhaps we are getting a step closer. I feel them foot hurts. Good. I know we can get an antidote. Huh? But you've been all this time. Where is it then? I've overlooked the most important point. Eniko, do you know how antidotes are made? Well, antidotes are produced by injecting a sublethal dose of poison into a horse or another animal. And an antidote can be made by separating the antibodies from the blood. We don't have time to do all of that. I know, I'm not that stupid. Nanako, remember what I said earlier? That a black mamba has bitten me in the past. Are you saying that? But I don't think antibodies can be made if you've only been bitten once. I've been bitten 3 times. What? I was bitten by black mambas 3 times in the African jungle. I also didn't receive any antibody treatments. How can you still be alive? Fucking motorcycle ruined my fucking recording. Are you some kind of monster? Yeah, if that's the case, then the cat might have black mamba bodies inside of. What the fuck? So loud. Practice of Mithridism is used by Bill Hast. Someone has been fucking. Let's take it to be saved by transfusing blood containing venom, neutralizing antibodies. This might actually work. I get ready. Just hold on before I forget. What's your blood type? Checks for blood types. Quickly wraps a tourniquet around my arm and collects my blood. Your blood types are compatible. I'm sure she's going to be okay. Glad to hear that. Looks like you've been saved by a hair's breadth, Akira. Thank you. Yeah, that was a close call. Yep. So I'm about to I should end it here. God damn it. Fuck this game for making me so invested and take up so much of my time. I really enjoyed it though. Fucking motorcycle ruined my recording though. Fuck you guys. So this is Return to Shironagasu Island. Who did this? God damn. Want to try the game for yourselves? The links are just. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.